Good morning, everybody. Well, it's Wednesday all over. It's hump day here in the middle of the week. And we've got it did real good in the rain. The felt worked. It kept everything dry on the deck. So everything's good to go with the composite. Just move the trailer up here and we'll get started on the composite decking this week. And over the weekend, I got a call to take a look at a couple of doors of weatherization. And good news is the downtown Broken Arrow job is a go to go the rest of the way. So I'm going to contact my steel guy today. I'm going to go over there. We'll show how we get the dimensions on the arch top door and get him a layout and a plan over there to the steel shop so that he can fabricate the steel plate and drill it out and have it powder coated and get it back on. That's going to be a probably 3 to 5 day process. And we're going to go today and look at a job in Tulsa. So I'm going to start getting a little bit busier here, juggling between the house and my jobs. So we're gonna... Okay, so there's 4 key simple things that I take on a bid with me. One, first and foremost, is business cards, a tape measure, and a proposal, and a contractor's invoice. Those things are key. Well, it's windy out here on the turnpike today. Get around this semi here. You'll probably hear it. This is the most boring ride. The most boring part of the ride to Tulsa from our place. Stretch a turnpike through here, but we do have a pike pass. Down here on Riverside Drive along the Arkansas River, just outside of downtown Tulsa, my hometown. And we are about 3 minutes away from the customer's house. And this guy wants weatherization on 3 doors. Says he's got drafts coming in, so this is one of those small jobs I was talking about, but we go on those too. Have been for years now. Grass is starting to turn green. There's some geese down there on the parkway. Not too far away from the guy's house here. But the good news is that I've got a couple of other contracts signed. So we're going to go check on the materials for those after we look at this job. And I want to show, hopefully, little small jobs versus the other jobs, how it kind of weighs out this time of year to stay somewhat busy.
Turn right onto East 26th Place.
You know, you want to stay busy enough where you can make money enough, but in the meantime, you can also work, you know, on your goals. With the doorman, it's not, you know, we work on windows, doors, and siding, but predominantly doors, so. Oh, we're coming up on a new park that they built down here on Riverside. We're going to go through this cool tunnel here. Hopefully you can see it. Getting ready to go through it right about now. It's gathering place tunnels. There's 2 of them. Pretty cool. They built down through here. Gathering place is a big park in downtown Tulsa along the river where people can gather together and boat, skateboard, bicycle, hike, canoe. The river's looking pretty muddy. Looks like we're just 1 minute away from it.
Turn right onto East 26th Place. Then the destination is on your right.
So it's just right here off the river. It's a good view of the river. This guy's house is just right up here. And like most people, he's got other people there today. Okay, so I went in there and took a few pictures, and looks like the front entry door is going to need a new weather stripping around it. The bottom's fine, it's only a 2 or 3 year old door, and then the exterior door going out to the driveway, they want to keep the door, which I don't blame them. It has the beveled glass in it and it's a really nice door, so we're going to do a door jamb replacement around it, and we're going to have to go to the lumberyard and match the profile on their trim, and do a new bottom sweep on it. And then just the utility room door, the third door, was just a simple door bottom sweep and a weatherization around it. It had that metal copper trim in it, and there's an area there where we can put standard vinyl trim in. So the major thing was the door going out to the driveway, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of investigation before I can shoot them an email for the bid. But really good people. John and his wife, really nice people here on. So I can go ahead and jet on over here to Hobby Lobby and pick up some paper so I can get an architectural drawing and a plan for this steel plate that's going to go on this door, and go out to Broken Arrow and take a look at it and see if I can get a design for my metal fabricator to cut this thing out and fit the door perfectly. So that's what I've decided to do. I'm in Tulsa, pulling up on Hobby Lobby, and then next it'll be Broken Arrow. Once again, beautiful downtown Broken Arrow. We're going into Edit Salon here in a minute. As soon as we get there, go through all these lights again. And I hope I picked up the right stuff over at Hobby Lobby. And this stuff is going to get me through getting the arch top design, or the drawing of it that I need. And I'll kind of explain that here in a little bit if we can get in here. Looks like we're coming up on it now. Yeah, this is it, just right up here on the right. It's a nice day out. It was a little windy this morning, but hopefully we won't have that much wind to be able to get up there on this door and do what we need to do to get this real quick. Hopefully we'll have a parking space up here too. This place is always packed. It's looking like not there. I'm not. There's somebody getting ready to leave there though, so I can get in there if I go around. He's going to be leaving. Okay, so here we are once again, back at this door. This is my idea. This is to take this piece of cardboard, stick it up here, and get that radius, and then tape 2 more pieces of tracing paper on the end so that I can get the rest of it drawn out. So that's the plan. Okay, we've got this piece of cardboard up here. What I want to do is trace it out from the other side. I'm just sticking this tape I got at Hobby Lobby while I was in Hobby Lobby right here, just to kind of hold it on here so I can get a drawing on there. It's gonna work out a lot better than I thought. just that the piece wasn't wide enough, so I'll have to extend my radiuses out, which won't be too hard once I get a pattern of the complete radius on here. And just draw that radius out here on the other side of this, and then do another one parallel to it on the inside, however wide I need it and however long. I just need that arch. That's all I need. We'll see about taking this big old Werner ladder out. Get on the other side of it here to get the trace of the outline of it. What's that? So I needed one of these anyways. A new graph pencil. I got it at Hobby Lobby too, so we'll use this to do the outline of it and then trace back over it with the ink markers to get a good solid line. That way, in case I have to erase anything or anything like that, I'll have it. There we go. That ought to do it right there. See if I can get a line on it. Up here and get just as close to the top as I can. Oh, that works real good. So when that closes up next to that weather strip up in there, I need to drop down about 1.5 inches from this edge. So 1.5 inches would be right there. That's a little bit too far. Maybe 1 inch. Maybe just. So 1/2 inch. It's about right there where that little knot is. And then our piece is going to be five inches wide. We can get away with it being 4.5 inches wide. It needs to drop down past this surface, this right here, on each side by about 3 inches, so I can bolt through that. So right there is 3 inches. Say going down here and getting that. Just 2 foot. So we want to make it about 27 inches tall. Okay. 5 inches wide. Okay? Now just take this back off here and take it to the shop. Just that simple. Not too bad. The wind could be better. The wind could have been our friend. So we got the tracing paper, we got the arch drawn out, got the extensions and the radius. So we ought to be set to get this over to him now. Good deal. See, it's pretty windy out there today. Wind's blowing the trees pretty good. It's hard to get this paper up there. Keep it still. Put that ladder up. Okay guys, thank you.
Bye, have a good week.
You too.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks. See you later. All right. Okay, so I've got a little makeshift bench going on here. Hopefully you can see me. And I've got this template laid out that I made yesterday for the radius top door. And I'm about center right here. I'd say, you know, it's a radius, so to find center of a radius is just a half circle. So we're gonna come down here off this line. See, I just drew a line on the wall and put it in about what I had as the center. I know I'm not dead center, but I know the dimensions. So I'm gonna just line those two little lines up there. Come down here, I got first line 20 inches. And then I came down to 27 inches. So the first line is gonna be our actual radius, which I've got another line over here. Right in here under my tracing paper on this. Should be pretty close. Oop. If I go straight across here like this, I'm thinking. That's pretty close. There's what I got right here. Try to keep it as straight as possible. That's going to be the bottom of inches right there. There's my inch mark on my nifty little Fiskars ruler. That I dug up out of the closet. Okay, so I've got to come down. What you can't do is move your radius down like this because it changes, believe it or not, the conformation of the radius to this. This is going to have to come down off this 4.5 inches. See? So I just transferred that on that mark. There's my pencil mark on that. Now I'm going to do another mark on this actual drywall that I've got here. On my line up there. Maybe a little high. I think just a little high. Yeah. I think that was a little high. It's gonna be that bottom one. Try and fix that in a minute. I'm gonna put that tracing paper back on here. That tells the true story right there, right? So I'm gonna take this closest thing I have to a scalpel. I'm just gonna cut on this radius. I'm gonna follow that arch around and just score that drywall so I can get a mark on it the rest of the way. There. That'll give me the rest of my radius there, right? Grab another Sharpie marker. Sorry, I should already had it ready. But I want to just follow that line right there, that cut mark. Finish it out. Down here. Now this part is just my radius. This part right here starts to get straight. And it's going to drop down past that to 27 inches. So 7 more inches straight down right here on each side. But we've got to get another angle on it here. Okay. What I'm going to do is just flip this over. And I'll have that same radius right on here, see? Just kind of take that tracing paper and put it on there. Get up here, get right on that radius, right on my line right here. And that's it right there, see? It should just fall right into place. And they do. This line follows this. This line follows that. That's just perfect. Now I can get my mark here. Put a caret mark right there. And then you can lift this tracing paper and get that pin just right under there on that mark right there. That's my mark. That's my corner mark right there. So I'm gonna go back to my pencil. Remember, you always want to use a pencil for your first line on this so you can get it. Because the ink is not, you know, really erasable. And this, see, has some wiggle in it, so it's not like perfectly straight. So I want to keep that in mind because I want that as straight as I can get that bottom piece, as straight as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're just trying to get this outside radius really. This part. The center part is just important to get, to keep a reference on the bottom of your half circle. The center point of your radius of a full circle is your radius. You see how that's just following that curve still? So I'm still safe to just follow that curve down to this line right here. Doesn't really matter where it's at, just as long as I follow that curve right here. So I'm just gonna get in here. I'm gonna just carefully score that drywall. Already got that mark down there. See that? So what are we going to do up here to get this line drawn on here is we're going to cut this material up here off. So I've just got a pair of scissors here. It should do the trick. We know that we got that reference point. We're gonna want to try to put an arrow on each one of these too. Right there. And right there. That should be pretty accurate to what we need. So now we can pull this back. Got it? Just across the top part of that line is really all I need. Whoop, I'm about to lose my table here. Just dropped it down about 1/8 of an inch so that I can hit that line right there. And hit that other edge. Should be able to draw my radius out right here. Something like that. Yeah. But hey, that's close enough to get what you're looking for, right? Which is a pattern for the radius. And then we'll come in here because you drop that paper down anyway, you'll change that contour. We have to get a 4.5 inch measurement all the way around. Same radius, same dimension all the way exactly from here to here, all the way around, and then drop down with a square point here and here. Looks like he's got him a horse barn out here and a good looking little baby. Yeah, you're a baby, aren't you? I can tell. You're just a sweet baby. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, we're leaving it here in the horse barn. Brock's not here, so I've left all the dimensions in the drawings. It looks like we're gonna have a few more bolts than I thought. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so 20 altogether. And he'll just duplicate that over on this side. So there's the radius. And I left him some tracing paper here. I told him I would just in case they needed it. And there's the cutout for the radius itself. So we'll see about getting this thing plasmarked, cut on the plasma table and powder coated and drilled and ready to go. Okay, well that went as smooth as could be expected. We got the radius top laid out on the piece of drywall, and I could get that over to my steel fab guy and have him lay it up on his table and plasmark cut it, and then get it over to the powder coater to finish it out for the broken arrow job. And then yesterday we looked at John and his wife's doors. I've got an estimate in the works right now for that, and I've got 2 more estimates to go look at today. So we're busy this week. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I just wanted to show you, what estimating and building and the whole, thing goes into it, the time and time frame that goes into that, as well as what we go through here on a daily basis just to, make things happen for our customers and at the same time build our house. So I'm glad you guys stepped in. showed up. Just remember to keep it down on the low down side and keep it cool and go to school. Thanks for watching.